All right, y'all. Our lady of the hour is here. Mashonda is in the building. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming through. I'm looking at this. This is the first time I've actually gotten to see this book in person. I've seen so much of it on like social media and everywhere, but your book, Blend, The Secret to Co-Parenting and Creating a Balanced Family. Don't we all need this?
Oh, my God. We do.
I feel like this is like a manual.
It's definitely a manual. We call it the blueprint. It's a step-by-step, and it's my journey.
Yeah, I love this picture too.
Thank you.
This picture on the back.
Thank you.
Transformative.
I mean, come on, right?
That's the first word I read. I said
that's the picture too.
Transformative.
Yes, we transformed.
Can we talk about how you get to a transformative situation, a transformative space? I think this is why I think your book is so important.
Yeah.
And I encourage people to get it, especially for the holidays. Like you might need to get it for some friends, some family, or yourself. Because the holidays, we all get a little bit more time for ourselves. So this, I think, is a great book to read. But tell us a little bit about your journey as far as getting to a place where you have a picture that we're looking at that says transformative.
Let's first talk really quickly about the holidays and how it's so important for our children to see us getting along, and being able to have dinner together and exchange presents, and all in the sake of their well-being, wanting them to be happy and to just being able to get to a point where you can do that. So that's what the journey is about. And it just all started with me paying really close attention to my son and listening to his questions and his concerns and wanting to really give him a fair shot at that.
Yeah.
So
when you begin to write the book, tell us a little bit about how the book is kind of put together. Do you take us on a journey of beginning at this point A and how we got to point B, or how is the book set up?
So people that have commented on their experience by reading it, they're like, "Oh my God, you just got right into it." And I did. I was like, I don't want to waste no time. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. It really jumps right into the pain and the hurt that I went through with the divorce and the separation, because that's important. That's the first step, acknowledging that pain, because you have to heal through it. And so the journey for me while writing the book was literally just a ton of journals that I had around my house, because I documented everything that I was feeling through my entire experience of, the breakup, the separation, the divorce, becoming like a single mom, then trying to find myself in all of the madness, the conversations I had with my son, and then getting to a point where I felt okay enough to talk to Swizz about it.
Wow.
And, once we started to heal our relationship, then I was able to be more open and accepting of Alicia. Wow. And then we started to talk as well. And that whole thing is, it's the story. It's in the book.
Yeah, because it also doesn't help that you guys have millions of people watching this, too.
Absolutely.
Like, what happens when there's so much noise from the outside world when it comes to whether you post something or they post something or whatever? Like, how do you deal with that when it's just all the noise that comes with it?
I mean, you just get to a point where the noise doesn't matter anymore. My skin is so thick right now because I had to develop a level of no F's to give about what people say, think, or care about me or my situation, because at the end of the day, they really don't matter. What matters is the peace that I have in my heart. What matters is the peace that my son has, and our family is a unit. And so you just have to ignore the naysayers and the comments, because the comments could be reckless.
Oh, yes.
I mean, people get on social media and they act like, You know, it's just the fingers typing and no soul. You know, I'm like, who would say something like this about someone's child or just about someone in general? But, you know, you have to really learn how to block it out. I call it the matrix. It's the matrix. Yeah.
I commend celebrities every day, like just how you're able to deal with it, because you're exactly right. I mean, people go for nowadays people are like commenting so other people will like it, you know, so it's like we go for the most reckless thing we can say because you want to either be acknowledged by the celebrity because you want them to come after. It's almost like a badge of honor if the celebrity comes at you, you won. Right?
Like,
how do you pat yourself on the back because so and so blocked you or went back at you?
Well, guess who's not gonna come at you?
Mashonda.
You can say whatever you want. Like, you will get blocked, and that'll just be it.
And you keep it moving.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it. One of the things I wanted to ask you too, when it comes to blend, you know, you said that essentially you and Swizz kind of got to a place where you all were able to mend your relationship first. What would you suggest to a parent or someone who's in this situation and the other parent doesn't seem to want to either get into a place of blend and transformation, right? How would you suggest, or how were you able to get to a place where both parties are saying, okay, let's heal?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
So what I did a lot was I used my son as an example in a good way. You know, I never used him in a bad way. Like, I never used him to get my way for money or material things. I used him in a way where it was like, we have to fix this because he's not doing well in school. We have to fix this because he wants to see us getting along. He's asking me questions, you know, like, why can't Daddy come over and see me at our house here? And why can't you come see my room at Dad's house? Wow. He wanted us to do better. And so I knew that would hit home with Swizz, because no matter how he felt about me or I felt about him, what I knew was that he really loved his son and he wanted what was best for him. And I just used our son as a way to create that change. And I think that if parents have good intention for their children, they want to create that change for their kids. So, you know, tell your ex, yo, can we at least try to be cordial because our child wants to see us get along. So that's a good little trick. You know, use the kid in a good way.
Come on, you now. Say it again.
Use the kid in a good way.
Say it one more time for the people in the back. Thank you, Steph. Hashtag use the kid in a good way
for a good cause. Yeah.
But I'm sure it has to. I feel like it takes a level of time, maturity, a lot of things to go from let's be cordial to like, again, this is to me is beyond just cordial. This is, we have a good relationship, a good an understanding and a love. This is a love. How do we get from cordial to love?
Yeah, this is an actual demonstration of what blending is.
Okay.
So there's a level that's just co-parenting.
Okay.
And that is, you know, you pick up, you drop off, you go to school meetings together, you do the things that you have to do together as a co-parent.
That's co-parenting.
Okay. But once you can blend your family and you can actually sit down and have a Thanksgiving dinner with your ex and his new partner and with your new partner, you're blending. Like, it's a lifestyle. You don't just get to blend today and then go back to not liking each other tomorrow. You really have to be in a place where you are comfortable around these people. You know, you don't want your ex anymore. Like, you have no romantic desire to be with them. You have to really be able to let go of everything and only focus on the child. And with that, at the end of the day, all it is mental health. It's healing. It's, you know, just coming to a place where you are okay being who you are, you've accepted what is, and you're ready to let go, you know? And for me, my ultimate goal was I just wanted my son to be happy. I needed that little boy to be happy. I wanted his only stress to be soccer and homework. Don't come home and worry about stressing about mommy and daddy because we're good, you know? So I think
kids absorb that.
Absolutely.
Even when we don't, even when you try to shelter them from it, they can still absorb that energy.
All day.
And then they try to understand it or cope with it in their own ways. But obviously, a lot of times they're not ready for that. That's a lot of adult energy to have to take on, right?
And I mean, I'm a 40-year-old woman, and I shouldn't blame, but I still look back at my parents I'm like this because of y'all. If you would have done this better, maybe this wouldn't be a trigger for me.
Somebody's been to therapy.
Yes.
Okay.
So
listen, I am on a kick with everybody that we talked to. We had Amanda Seals in here talking about the benefits of therapy and why we all need it, especially as Black people. Yeah. We need therapy. We have got to take the stigma off of therapy because we all have so many triggers that go back all the way back to our childhood.
Yeah.
And we don't deal with it. We suppress it, and then it comes out in all these crazy ways. And then we
force them onto our kids.
Come on now, to our kids, to our partners.
It's like generational.
Yeah, so we got to break it.
Somebody has to break the cycle. I am the one.
Be the one. Be the change you want to see.
Exactly.
I wanted to ask too, did you go to therapy, and what is your experience like with therapy? Because I'm trying to get more people to, even for myself, I haven't been yet, but I'm signing up to go to therapy. But me and more of my friends, we talk about it. It's like the need for it. So speak a little bit to that experience.
The first 4 chapters in the book, it's all about my healing journey.
Okay.
And it took 4 chapters to really break that down.
Okay.
Because that's how deep it is.
Okay.
And I went to therapy. I met with 2 different therapists, a man and a woman, because I wanted different perspectives.
Okay.
And it was amazing.
Yeah.
It's not this awful taboo sort of weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you really walk out of there feeling like, yo, I just learned something about myself that I didn't even realize. And now I can fix it because I've acknowledged it.
Yeah.
So,
and there are people, the other piece to it too is like, you don't always find the therapist for you off the first time.
No.
And sometimes I think we go and we meet with a therapist and it doesn't work out, and then we're like, see, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
So I've also been trying to encourage people, like, sometimes you might have to see a couple to find the right one for you, right?
It's just like getting your nails done. You might not like the first manicurist, but that's not going to stop you from getting your nails done a second time.
Now.
It's the same theory, but for some reason people feel like because they're opening up and being vulnerable that they shouldn't have to keep doing that. But you should. You should open up and be vulnerable every single day. Yeah. And once you connect with a doctor or a therapist that is suitable to you, keep going. Go at least once a month. You know, just make it a lifestyle, a habit.
Yeah. I'm with that. Mashonda, I appreciate you so much for just stopping by. I know you've got a big event. We want to talk about your big event as well that's going down tonight. Let the people know.
Yes, Barnes & Noble, one of my favorite places in the world.
Me too.
Howard University.
You know.
Ain't you?
Come on, Bison are in the building.
So I'm excited about that. You know, I just want to spread the message to as many young people. You do not have to be a parent to get into this book. Like I said, it's all about healing and mental health and just evolving as a human. Yeah.
What's one of the misconceptions that you get a lot about you, or as far as what people think about you? Because again, we see bits and pieces. We see it through the stories that are told through blogs and Instagram and whatnot. What is some of the misconceptions you get that you're just like, this is crazy?
I think the most insane, bizarre one is that they paid me off and that we're all having sex together. I'm like, why would y'all? That's real crazy. Especially the sex part. I'm like, come on. Do I give that off? But you know what? People would rather create that sort of madness in their head than to just accept the fact that, maybe they healed. Maybe they're just doing adult stuff for their child, you know?
Right.
Which one's easier to accept?
The orgy.
Exactly.
The visuals of the orgies. Where they at? That's what's happening here. No, but we appreciate you for just taking that time out to come here in DC.
Thank you.
You're coming to touch the students at Howard University. Yes. That's going to be awesome. I mean, I know they're going to mob you down there at Barnes & Noble. So be prepared. You're going to be giving a lot of hugs, kisses, and taking a lot of pictures.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And one more time on Barnes & Noble. What time we down there today? 5:30. So 5:30, get to Howard University, Barnes and Nobles. You're gonna sign some of these books.
Signing
books.
Yep.
Blend again, the secret to co-parenting and creating a balanced family. Go get it. Not just for parents.
Yes.
It's for anybody that ever needed to heal, right?
Yeah, or anyone that wants to become a parent one day.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of advice in there, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to reading it. I know this will be my Thanksgiving reading.
Yes.
Looking forward to it. But thank you. Anything else for D.C., Maryland, Virginia before we let you go, Mashonda?
Just thank you for having me in your city. Haven't been here in a while. It feels good.
Yeah. And yes, and let everybody know
social
how they can
media.
Follow you.
Yes, you can follow me.
Not the haters, because you will get blocked. But if you're in a place of positivity, okay?
Right. It's just my name, Mashonda Tifrere. You can follow me there, or you can follow the book at theblendedfamilybook.com. That's the website. The Instagram is the Blend Book.
Okay.
At the Blend Book. Yes.
Okay. Make sure we follow that. So follow the Blend Book. And also go on the website as well.
Yes, theblendedfamilybook.com.
There it is. Okay, Mashonda, we're gone. Thank you so much.